All praises to the Most High YAHAWAH. Shalom, brothers and sisters. Give me a second. Yeah. All praises to the Most High. Welcome again, brothers and sisters. Thank you for being here. It is good to be here. Now, a lot of things going on, brothers. A lot of things going on, sisters. Let me see. Yes. We are going to slightly touch on what we already touched on this morning or this afternoon in the prayer. Now, brothers, which one of, before we move any further, which one of you saw what happened and over there with Ish? What happened with Ish? Anybody aware of that? Anybody over there and here are well aware of what's going on to Ish, what happened to him? And 44 happened to him. If you're not aware, before we move, are you aware? Okay, most likely people cannot hear me. I didn't even do it. Okay. Okay. All right, brother Larry did not see it. Huh. What? We got some people that don't know. Okay. Okay. Well, like 90% of the people know. Okay. All right. Well, I would say 90% of the people know. Well, let me speak for the 1%, the people that don't know. For the folks that don't know, over there in Haitian land, which is not his land, they were having a celebration. The no I didn't release no video on it, brothers, because the reason why I don't do that is because YouTube is very sensitive, and even though you profiled the video from another channels, they will flag you, and they will say that you are giving you are promoting violence, and you are promoting hatred against a certain group of people. So now what happened, that's why I don't do the video on it, because the moment it happened, people have been sending me emails all over the nation. Is so apparently over there they had a celebration for one of their quote unquote a second century rabbi. Now they rally around this thing. They were supposed to have 10,000 of them. That's the amount that was allowed. Over 100,000 joining. And then while they were there and they were celebrating this second century rabbi fellow, and they were jumping, and it's two things happen. They said, according to the report, the stand collapsed, and another another sources said while they were jumping, somebody said again, because of the sensitivity of this thing, we will not say what happened. They were jumping around. Nobody wore any mask. Somebody said, "Wait a minute! There's a fat guy that fought inside one of those a balloon, and he about to pop." So there's a balloon. Somebody have a balloon here. They're about to pop it, and then everybody was like, What's going on?" Somebody there's a balloon, and then there was a rumor of a balloon about to pop, and then everybody tried to get the hell away before somebody popped that balloon. And then in the panic, and people was like, "What's going on?" Say, "Yeah, I mean a balloon here, they're about to pop it," and people are pushing each other, pushing. Children didn't make it. They stampeded all over those people. They 40 now they say 45, but 44 of them didn't make it. Because somebody, they say it was a rumor, some say it was real, some say something was about to pop, and then you know how those people go over there. So now they say, "Oh well, we're gonna have to go under investigation to find who trying to pop us and things like that." So, and then that's a direct answer the most I give those people, because remember this happened today, the 30th, and a day or two ago, and we have those people telling the Hebrew people over there, the black folks over there, to leave the land as if this land is theirs. As if this, we told those people, anywhere you see our people, their feet reach the ground, this is our land. We will decide. The Mosai will tell you where your land at, and according to what you done, what you did, you have no lands. You have no lands. Make no mistake, brothers. Make no mistake. Make no mistake. The Mosai is not mocked. He cannot be mocked. So this was a direct response of the Mosai. Say, "You're not gonna tell my children to go anywhere." You don't tell us where you're not supposed to be here. You're not supposed to be in Africa, America, or anywhere. This whole earth belong to us. And the reason why I choose not to talk about anything, it's because those people are very sensitive. Anything that you do, anything that you said, they will come up and say, "Okay, well, yeah, yeah, you know, you are promoting violence here, and you say those people and stuff, violence, and we're going to shut you down." I'm still under probation for until July the 1st. So again, brothers, we are going on to the book. Um, after we finish, we are 80% done with this book. And after when we finish, I will take a break to get certain things done, certain things that I'm planning on. I will get them finished, and then once we get finished, we will come back with the book of Jasher, if the Most High allow it. We'll come back with the book of Jasher. We'll take a break, and then I got some personal stuff I have to get done. Now, understand this, brothers. This thing that happened, it's by the hand of the Most High. Brethren, sistren, who do we give glory, praises, and all credits? To whom would we give that? I want to know if my brothers and my sisters are in the same pages that I am. To the Most High, to our Father, to the Father and Him alone. We will not share the Father glory here. Yes, I don't want anybody here saying, "Oh, it was stage arc." Oh, Biglevi. If you watch closely, you can see that this dude is looking like another dude, and then if you look, you can see they were like all like clones and stuff. And then Illuminati tried to bring the beast and the mark RFID chip garbage and stuff, shove it right up your. Yeah, right. Yep. This thing is real. All credit, all praises go to the Heavenly Father. Now, brothers, something amazing happened this morning. Something beautiful happened this morning. The Messiah confirmed something. Well, the Holy Spirit did confirm it for the Messiah. Something magical happened this morning, which showed you, brothers, we are this not this close, a little bit caught. We are very close to boom. This morning, brother, yesterday I told the nation I may or may not be able. We'll begin in 8 minutes, brothers. We're gonna give 20 minutes for the brethren to joining us here. Please click the like button if you haven't, so the other brothers can see the notification and they can come. I'm not quite sure if that's how that works, but I've been saying it for like months now. Brother, something amazing happened this morning. Yesterday, and I told the people I may or may not be able to be there with them for the prayers. And I had an appointment. Well, not me. The wife has an appointment. And this morning we woke up very early, and the appointment were on like 9. And I said, well, when it comes to doctor appointment, brothers, it's you never know. You know, you go in there, most likely you're gonna go in there for 3-4 hours minimum. That's how I always put it. And I calculated the time and then to go back home, and I told the nation I may or may not be there. So when I was driving, brethren, and the wife said, "Put the window down. It's to the AC. Let God's air inside of the car." So Florida, it's already hot as hell. So I put the window down, and guess what, brothers? Guess what? The most amazing voice I heard when I was driving, and I heard somebody said, "Oh yeah, that's what people do. They really don't want us to know. They've been doing this for a while, and the earthly mother give us especially all that." And I'm like, "What? What's going on here?" And I check my phone, and I'm like, "Is my phone on?" So, and I look down, and I'm looking for. And then the person said, "Yes, the Mosai is going to check them." And the Mosai, and the voice, I'm like, "Is that Big Judah? Who's doing this?" And I asked my girl, and then she said, "This guy in the car." And then there was a dude driving, listening to Big Judah, and he was driving a Dodge Ram, a 1500 with a black Dodge Ram. He has a Georgia tag, and his window down. He's listening to Big Judah very loud. And then I get next to him when the car stopped. I'm like, "Yo, you listening to Big Judah?" And then he turned around. He looked at me and he said, "What?" I'm saying, and then the wife said, "Big Judah, you listen to him?" He said, "Yes." And I'm like, "I'm Big Levi." He said, "Yeah, thanks." And he doesn't know me though. And then he said, "I'm just learning about my people. I'm just learning who we are." And then I stumble upon this guy. And then he said his name is James or something. And then we were in the car. And I said, be in peace, brother. Go in peace. And then he goes, brother, the Most High confirm it right there in my soul. Boom. The 100 monkey experiment. This message, brothers, is going worldwide. It's almost over. This dude, this is his first time, brothers. He just learning about the people. He had no idea who Big Judah was. Yet he was listening to Big Judah. I was like driving next to him. I'm like, all praises to the Most High. I give the Most High glory, man. I'm like, glory. I'm like, all praises to the Most High. And he said, who you are again? I'm like, yo, you'll find out who am I. Don't worry. And then he drove, and then I drove. And then he said, just find out, like he just find out. He said, I'm just learning who we are. And he was listening to Big Judah, brothers, in his car with his window down. And then I could hear the voices. And the Messiah confirmed, he said, he is gathering, brothers, from the video that we upload the other week, about the big bear, the Holy Spirit gathering the 4 children all corner of the earth. That's a confirmation right there. The Messiah said, I'm almost done. Hold on. I got one last thing I need to do. And once I've done this thing, boom. Brothers, that was amazing, man. I'm like, what are the odds, brothers and sisters? What are the odds? This is 1 in a billion, brothers. What are the odds? And guess what? When the wife has at the appointment, and then she said, well, I can cancel, and then we schedule. I'm like, no, don't cancel it, because, I'll get this done. That's what the Most High want me to do. If the Most High doesn't want me to make the prayer today, he wanted me to go do that thing, so be it. And I obey the wife. And then just like I'm driving her, brothers, I hear the brother was so confused. And I'm like, is this Big Judah? I say, yeah, Big Judah. I say, I'm Big Levi. I say, man, I'm just learning who we are and stuff. I'm just learning and stuff. Say, I'm James or something, and I'm some Big Levi. And I say, who you are? I'm like, don't worry, you'll find out who am I. Don't worry, just let the Holy Spirit guide you. He had a Georgia tags. He was riding a black Ford, and then we met on Statewood 7 near Lauderdale. So, brothers, this is what are the odds, brothers? Which showed you the Most High confirm it. It says it's almost done. You know why the Most High done this, brothers? Which one of you we might remember? I was renting. I was super angry 2 days ago about that last video that scumbag Perry Stone upload, where he said he fulfilled a prophecy, Matthew 24 verse 14. If somebody can put Matthew 24 verse 14 here, I'm not quite sure if I'm right. He proudly standing there. He said he fulfilled a great prophecy, and he said that the prophecy is this gospel will be preaching all 4 corners of the earth. And then the scumbag don't understand when the Most High say all the 4 corners of the earth, he doesn't literally mean all over the world as like that. He mean to his children that is all over the earth. They will hear the message. And then when I see this dude saying like he had like this, look at this. I have this thing over there, 12,000 people in the Philippines and UK, Africa, and I just did this, so I fulfill it. I'm like, why the Most High? I was so angry. I'm like, Most High, why you let this guy standing in there and lie like this? Why didn't you strike this dude down and kill him right there? I'm like, 400-500 years, these people been spreading these garbages all over. The entire earth already know about the white Jesus says our garbage. They know about it. And then this dude boldly, and then he said, oh, what we were doing, and then it was like, it's about the kingdom now. It's about the kingdom. It's the kingdom gospel. 7 years tribulation is not it. The rapture is not it. Now it's about the kingdom. And I was pissed off. And then the Most High confirmed it today, and he said, don't worry, this is what I'm doing. This is one of my child. And I'm gathering the last one, the last round. He's gathering them. He does. And I was amazed, brother. I was amazed. I'm like, wow, this is how, that's how the Most High do things, brothers. He confirmed it. This dude is just learning the truth. He stumbled upon Big Judah. What are the odds? And then, brothers, I'm reading this book. Where is it? The United States, a sister sent it to us. There we go. Give me a second. I'm reading this book, The United States and Britain in Prophecy. I'm in chapter 2, page 17. And something jumped in me. We will begin. Something jumped in me. I'm like, this is Daniel. This has to be Daniel. I will let the Most High confirm this. This has to be Daniel. I'm looking at the prophecy when they said, the Most High said, he shot up the word. And Daniel asked, I don't understand. He said, you won't understand. And the wicked in the end will not understand it until he opened up the word to Daniel again. Only Daniel had the understanding. The archangel Gabriel explained it to him. If you watch my video, the Utah monolith, you'll know exactly what I'm talking about. And I'm like, this has to be Daniel, man. If you catch my drift. But again, brothers, we don't know. We don't know. Reincarnation do exist. Okay, there's no doubt about this, because we are the same people that was over there, you know, a couple thousands of years ago. This is the same people. It's just we come back in different bodies. We have the same spirit, brothers. The same spirit. So, with that being said, the Most High confirmed to me this miracle, and then I give him all praises and all glory, brothers. Let us jump in. Let us finish up. Oh, this is another book. This is another book. The sister share with us. You know, she was the one who shared the Throne of David, and this book that we're reading, The Pillar of Fire. This is a revised and expanded edition of Forgotten Civilization, New Discovery on Solar and Induced Dark Ages. So I haven't read this, so if somebody you want to get this book, you may get it. All right, so this is pretty good. This is expanded out a bunch of other things, but then again, the reason why I don't like to read. Oh boy. Give me a second. Okay. There we go. There we go. Yeah, the reason why I don't like to read some of those books, I despise when the Most High give one of those people a message and then they want to explain it to you. That's why certain books I don't go in them anymore, because people trying to explain what it means. Don't be explaining me what that mean. I know what it means. You try to tell me it means something else. Get the hell out of here, man. You know. Yes, Sister Morika or Brother Michael. We already discussed that in the beginning of the stuff, and then I will not make a video on it because of YouTube thing, because they will try to take this, brothers, and make it into some kind of hate things going on. Now, beloved brothers and sisters, this is The Pillar of Fire, okay, by Joseph Holt Hengram. Now we yesterday we find out that Ramesses Moses know who he was. He traveled back in time. He saw himself as a little baby, brothers. Okay, and then he saw himself. He saw the whole thing, brothers and sisters. He saw the entire thing. Now we're going to see, brothers, when he know this thing and what's going to happen. Again, this lesson I'm trying to make it like an hour or an hour and a half. I could just tell you like right now in 2 words the whole thing, but let us read then. All right. So this is me just revise. This is me just refreshing your memory. This is a recap. Okay. Give me a second. So now, oops. Give me a second. Yeah. Now, Ramesses Moses, brothers and sisters, know who he is. He know he's a Hebrew, and he know he not the prince. Now he came back. He met his friend, Prince Sesostris, and he explained to him what happened to him under the pyramid. They show him everything. He fled. They ask him if he wants to be the king of Egypt. No, he fled. He went back to his mom. And then when he went, he explained Sesostris and stuff. And then he said, I find out that my mother name is Jochebed or Jochebeda, or the swagger jack is as Yoshabel, but it's Jochebed. And he said, I have a brother named Aaron. And Sesostris said, I know him. He said, you do? Say, I know him. He's a priest. And he said, I also got a sister. And Sesostris said, the sister is also Miriam. I know her. And he said, my father is Amram. He said, I know all of them because I met them. And they sit there and they talk. And Moses told him, for now on, don't call me prince, don't call me Ramesses Moses. Call me Moses. I dropped the Ramesses. I will no longer be known by Ramesses. That's the title of the prince. Call me Moses, which means save. Ramesses Moses mean taken out of the water. Taking out of the water. Moses mean out of the water, or the same thing. Save from the water. There are many different. Translation. So now, Sesostris asked him, then, if you drop the title Ramesses and you're now Moses, a Hebrew man, worst scenario, a Hebrew slave, what is your next step? He said, my next step is to confront my mother. And he said, my next step, I have to keep going and find out what all this mean. How did all those things happen? Who I am truly am. I have to go to see my mother. I have to go and see my father, my brother, my sister, my brethren. And if I do, and I'm supposed to, because I believe these circumstances that happen, that pass, it is done by that one God, that Holy One, that Almighty God, that one Spirit. And if he did this to me, he had a plan for me. So now I have to go ahead and find out, what does it want me to do? He said, I am going to go talk to my mother, and I'm going to tell my mother to take the Moheris advice, because I'm in the wrong, he's in the right. My mother's supposed to adopt Moheris as his son and give him the power so he can become king and Pharaoh. So, give me a second, brothers. All right. Moses said, after all of that, I'm nothing but a slave here. There's nothing I can do. They're probably going to put me in slave or kill me. And Sesostris said, Moses, don't say this. You, remember, you are a slave here in the land of Egypt. Over there in Phoenicia, in my country, you just as a Syrian citizen. Come to my country, and I will give you a good job. I will make you the captain of this, captain of that. I will give you a palace. You will live like a king. And Moses looked, he said, this is a good thing. I thank you so much, but What is a man that know for a fact his brothers, his sisters, his brethren and sisters are slaves working in the field of fowl while he himself living large, while he himself living like a prince and king? He said, I don't know if I can do this. And Sesostris tell him, don't worry, come, go over there until the God, the Lord himself talk to you, and then he will show you what to do. And Ramesses, well, let's call him Moses now. He's no longer Ramesses. And Moses accepted, brothers. He said, yes, once the coronation of Moheris, he will go on exile. He will go in Phoenicia and stay in the country of Phoenicia until the Mosai himself give him stuff. But he will not take big things. He will just get a little house and do what he needs to be done. Brothers, I think well, I don't want to spoil the whole thing. So now this is going to get a little bit uncomfortable because it is what it is. We're going to say this. Moheris came back. The queen did send him a courier that tell him, forget about everything, come be the king. Moheris came back. They organize a big gathering. They get all the lords, all the high captain and everything. The king, the queen, Queen Amensi, she made an announcement. She told the people, well, she wasn't doing well at all, brothers. She wasn't doing well at all. She said she's close to her age and stuff like that. She no longer want to be foul. It's too disturbing. And she want to give it to the next foul. And then everybody say, okay, well, I agreed. And she said, but before that, she adopt Moheris has her own son. And then the whole commotion, like, what's going on here? And she said, I am now, by the law of Egypt, give Moheris the scepter, both crowns, upper and lower Egypt. When I retire, he's going to be the king. And one of the guys stepped. He said, what about Ramesses? What's up with him? And he said, Ramesses, what's going on? What's up with you? And Ramesses said, well, I don't want to be foul. I believe my cousin will do better because I want to travel, see the world. I want to study. I want to go all over the places. I want to be with other people. So I won't be able to rule here. And it was strange. But the word of the king, the word of the queen is the law. So they obey. The ceremony came and they do everything. It is done. Moheris is crowned king. Moses is about to be exiled to Phoenicia, but nobody knows he's going to be in Phoenicia. They just know he's going to be somewhere. It was a secret between him and Sesostris. This is page 316. Let us read a little. It is done. It is achieved. It was a fearful struggle. The queen has consented. Indeed, she seemed heartbroken, spirit crushed. This discovery against which her soul has so long battled has left her prostrate, almost wrecked. For her sake, I was born in my own mind, unfathomable sorrow. The queen was broken. The queen was done. When you look at the queen face, you don't see the queen anymore. You see a wrecked woman. She has, at my solicitation, consent. I shall not only write to Prince Moheris and set the clothes and I silence on my birth. On courier, we read that already and stuff. So, while Ramesses was speaking, a page entered and informed him that the queen wishes to see him. He found her healed with feverish pulse. She called him to her and she said, while Ramesses was talking, after the whole ceremony and all that, and a servant came in and said, Moses, Ramesses, the queen wants to see you immediately. And him and Sesostris, they quickly left and they go see the queen. When they get there, the queen is lying on her couch, on her bed. She's very sick. She has a fever. And she called him. And she said, Moses, my son, sit down. And Moses sit down. And she said, my son, I'm about to die. This blow is too heavy for me to bear. I shall never recover. It was my wish to leave you firmly seated upon my throne, but the gods have decreed otherwise. Call a council of the hierarchy. I must not be faithless to my ancestors and leave a vacant throne. You have advised me to adopt Prince Moheris. I can do no otherwise. For this act, assemble my council, both of states and of the priesthood. That's when they gathered the people, because the queen can see at her bedstead both of the angels are here. An angel of light and an angel of darkness. They told the queen it's time for you to go. Ramesses obey, get everything the same way that I told you. I'm just reading it again. Moheris Mento, that's his full name, okay? Moheris Mento, giving his full name as her son, and then she adopt him and stuff like that. And here we go. And then they made him foul. And then she become relief. Her mind was clear now. But I could see that the azure circle of death girdled her eyes. The queen was relieved, but you can see death is upon her. You can see her blue eyes is not blue anymore. The blue is fading. And that the light of the soul which was expiring. She's fainting. She's sloping back. Her whole attention was fixed upon Ramesses, to whom she kept saying in faint whispered, and with a smile, my son, my son, my own son, call me mother. And Ramesses coming, and it says, mother, oh my mother, he exclaimed with strong anguish. I cannot part with thee. Thou hast been a mother to me indeed. As I enter, so Sesostris get there, and then he saw the queen saw Sesostris, and she said, it is the prince of Tyre? I thought it was the others. And Ramesses said, what are the others? And she said, they will soon come. I command him to bring them all. I must see them before I die. But the prince of Tyre is welcome. So before the queen died, she come in to bring all of them. At this moment, the door opened, and I saw ushered by a Hebrew page, the venerable head gardener Amram. The young Hebrew ecclesiastic Miriam, the papyrus writer, and leaning upon her arm, a distinguished and still beautiful dame of 55. I could not be mistaken. This last was the mother of Ramesses. So the whole family is there, and the queen is laying at the bedside. She about to die. And the family came in. Everybody was there. There was a silence. And this is what happened. Cause all the persons to go forth the chamber, cried the queen. At the sight, her voice recovering part of strength, she glanced at me to remain. She said, everybody else get out except for us, Sesostris. So now in the room, you got the queen, you got Moses, you got Amram, you got Jochebed, you got Miriam, you got Aaron, you got Sesostris. You got 7 people in there. Come hither, Amram, she said, and led to my bedside thy wife. Rameses, behold, thy mother and thy father. Mother, embrace thy son, since he can be no longer be mine. I will return to him thee forever. Her voice was veiled with tears. She was crying when she was saying this. Rameses rose and turning to his mother, who looked worthy of him, and said, my mother, I acknowledge thee to be my mother. Give me thy blessing as thou hast often done in my infancy. So the queen lying there dying, and he called Amram. He said, Amram, father, and Jochebed come. And he looked at Rameses, Moses, and Moses. Those are your parents. This is your mom, and this is your dad. Father, this is your son, and mother, this is your son. Since I can no longer have him anymore. And she was crying, saying all those things. He tenderly and respectfully embraced her. So Moses gave her own mother, a biological mother, a hug. And then pressing his father's hand to his lips, he kneeled before them. They were deeply moved, and instead of blessing him, they wept upon him with silent joy. So Moses gave his mother a hug, and he kneeled in front of his father and took his father's hand as a sign of respect, and he kissed his hand. And then the father grabbed him and gave him a hug, and they all were crying and silent. They were crying and tears. Everybody was crying. Are there not 2 more, a brother and sister? Said Rameses, his fine face with ineffable beauty, which shines from benevolence and the performance of holy duty. I then led forward Miriam, whom he regarded with admiring surprise, for she looked like a queen in her own right, and when tenderly embraced, saying to me, though I have lost a kingdom, Sesostris, I have gained a sister, which no crown could be bestowed upon me. Then, when he saw the noble princely looking priest, he cried as he folded him to his breast, this is indeed my brother. So Sesostris brought to him Miriam. And then he get up. Moses give Miriam a hug. And he said, Sesostris, my friend, indeed today I have lost a kingdom, but I have gained a sister that no crown can give me. And he looked up, he saw Aaron came in, and then he ran towards Aaron and giving Aaron a hug. He said, this is indeed my brother. The whole scene was touching and interesting beyond the power of my pen to describe, my dear mother. The dying queen smiled with serene pleasure, and waving her hand, Rameses led first his mother and his father, and in succession his sister and brother, to her couch. Upon her heads of each she laid her hand, the longest upon the mother, saying. So they brought the whole family to the queen, and the queen blessed them. She touched their forehead, and then she called the mother, and she put her hand upon the mother's head, and she told the mother. Give me a second. I don't know what that means. Love him. Be kind to him. He has no other mother, but now thee. Love him for my sake. You cannot but love him for his own. If I took thy baby, O mother, I return thee a man and a prince worthy of rule a nation, and in whom my eyes closing upon the present, And seeing far into the future, behold, a leader of thy people, a prince of thy nation. All praises to the Most High. That was a prophecy. That was a prophecy. Now she called the mother. She's dying. And she put her hand upon her head and she said, love him. Love him with all kindness. And I'm so sorry. When I stole your baby, I'm so sorry and I apologize for this. I repent. This baby that I had from you, and now I return to you a man, a prince, a leader. And this man is going to be the prince of your nation. He's going to be the one that's going to get them out. Born to a throne, he shall yet reign, king of armies and leaders of hosts, whom I see following him obedient to his will and submissive to the rod of his power. Ramesses, my son, kiss me, I'm dying. The noble Hebrew reverently bent over her lips, and in an act of worship, and when he lifted up the eyes, there remained a statue of clay. The queen of Egypt was no more. All praises to the Most High. She gave the blessing to Moses. She passed what the Most High wanted her to tell the Moses, to tell the nation. She said, this is the man that's going to save you. And he looked at Moses. He said, my son, call me mother and kiss me one last time. And Moses grabbed her hand and said, mother, and kissed her on her forehead. And her body turned into a clay. Her face was cold. Her hand was colder. And her breath went out of her. The queen, fire has been extinguished. She is gone. Before all that, brothers, when the queen becomes sick, the doctors, the physician, so to speak, told there's nothing they can do for her. They say they don't understand. She has a brain, a brain inflammation. We told you, brother, some stress can literally kill you. Heartbroken or broken heart can kill you. She died, she fulfilled her duty. She was a pawn in the Most High chess, and the Most High movie checkmate. Before she died, she raised a king. She took a little baby, she raised a king and made him into a man, and this man is the one that's going to save your nation. And I'm so sorry that I steal your baby. And like she said, Sister, I did this because of what my father did. And I say, because of all the murders my father did, I'm going to take this little baby and I'm going to raise it. At least the great God Osiris will look upon me and have mercy upon me because of what my father did. Those people didn't deserve that. The queen died. Oh, crap. I think I lost. Oh, boy. Oh, good Lord. Oh, here we go. Okay. Queen of Egypt was no more. I close, dear mother, my account of the death of the queen and good Queen Amensi, which I wrote the day following that sad event. In order to accompany Ramesses to the chief embalmers, as I passed through the streets, I saw the whole population was in mourning. Women went with disheveled hair. Men ceased to shave their heads and beards, and all the signs of woe for death, which I have before described, very visible. For those of you who know what he just said here, the Egyptian, when they are grieving, they ripped up their beard, they plucked their beard for the dead, they shaved their beard for the dead, they shaved their head for the dead. The women don't comb their hair, they let their hair and all that. And you got the professional mourners, the women that you hired, they will come to the funeral with their bare breasts, and they will beat their breasts and speak and cry very loud. That is why the Most High put the law in the Bible, not shaving your beard and your head in honor of the dead. When you go in the very old Hebrew Bible, it said not shaving your hair, your beard and your head for the honor of the dead. The women supposed to have their hair clean and stuff. Don't put stuff over your head as an honor of the dead. That's what it means, brothers. We've been having many confirmation. That's what it means. So we will not fight upon this. All right. By the laws of Egypt, not even a king can be embalmed in his own palace. Ramesses rich. So anyway, so this is like the whole funeral going on, brothers. That's the whole funeral going on. Now, I will not delay to describe the ceremony. So anyway, that's the ceremony. All right. Let me see. Now, brothers, this is where this whole thing make me laugh. This is where I understand what the Most High did. And now this is Sesostris writing to his mother, Queen Epithia in Egypt and Phoenicia. He said, "And now, my dear mother, you will be surprised to learn that the information that the Hebrew birth of Ramesses, who modestly dropped his first Egyptian name and adhere only to second, which is Moses or Moses, as the Hebrews pronounce it, was wickedly conveyed with large bribes to the magicians by Prince Moheris himself, and that upon the information and influenced by the recall from the past, which like the future is open to the magical art, the scene of his life, and presented them before his vision." So he said, "Mom, you won't believe this. All the stuff that happened to Ramesses, which is now Moses, all those things was planned by Moheris. He paid all those high priests money to do working magic in front of Moses and show him. And then that's so he could get the get the power for Moses. And we know for a fact, one, it's true, but we know for a fact Moeris, he did not, he's not that smart. And for those of you, you know who's behind this. That guy who was the one since Pharaoh Amonophis, he was the one who told Pharaoh, yeah, the only way you can stop this is to kill the firstborn of Egypt. He was that guy in the background controlling everything. And he's still there. He was that guy. That scumbag. He was the first. Brothers, he did all those things. And then even at the end, brothers, the Most High used this guy to bless us, to bless the whole nation. Oh, yes, that scumbag. The Most High used him to bless us. And after that, the Most High killed him. He was the guy orchestrating all those things and everything that he said. He knew everything, brother. He knew the whole thing when Moses was born, the whole thing. He never said anything. He kept it a whole secret until the right time he did this. All right. Let me see. So, okay, all right. So, Sesostris took So we just, I don't want to go into that whole thing about like the priests and stuff because they don't have any power. It's just the Most High allowed them to tap into this. They made Moses travel back in time. So we are going to finish, and then tomorrow we'll read at least 4 or 5 later. So this is what happened. Let's close this. So we're 90% done of this book. So when all of those things finish, brothers, Moses packed his bag. He took all of the stuff, and then he went with he went with Sesostris to Phoenicia. Moses is no longer in Phoenicia. And then he went in there, and they give him a palace and place he didn't want to. They give him a little modest houses and stuff like that. And oh, let me see. I still have time. I still have time. Let me see. Okay, I still got time. Let's see. It's 9:30. Give me a second. All right. I'm still have time. Let me go to the letters. Okay. Now, brothers, because we done this, the letter between Sesostris and his mother is done. There is no more. Sesostris went back to Phoenicia. Okay. He went back to Phoenicia. It is done. Now you're gonna have letter for Moses going to different people and a span of 5 years. And this is Moses and Phoenicia. Okay. This is the letter he sent to his brother Aaron. Ramesses, well, Sesostris, Moses to Aaron the Hebrew. My dear elder brother, it is with emotion wholly new to me, awakened by those fraternal ties to which I have been hitherto entirely a stranger, that take up my pen and address to you, inscribe that the commencement of my letter to you in the ever words, my brother. It is true, I have lost much in many respects, but I also have gained much in the affection of my newly discovered kindred. After you left us below Memphis, the guide of the prince Sesostris sped swiftly down the Nile, and before noon we had entered the Pelusia branch. So Moses is writing to his brother Aaron now. Now this is the work of the Most High. Brothers, look at this book. This book was the screenplay for the 10 Commandments. All the story that we read here has nothing to do with the movie. Even there, brothers, you read the whole book, that has nothing to do with the movie. They took few lines from the book, few stuff, and they make the movie. Everything else was just garbage. Now let us proceed. Oh, I hold that thing upside down. As I passed the whole city of Bubastis and Python, a new treasure city, which is rising upon its ruin, I groan with heaviness of heart around and upon its wall. I beheld the thousands of my oppressed countrymen toiling like Nubian slaves under the lash of the taskmasters. I could not groan in heart, for I was now able to do to them myself in exile and flying from the land. May the prophecy which exists among your people, my people, as you asserted in the last long and interesting conversation we will held together on one day I embark, be soon fulfilled. This bondage cannot continue many years. There is not room in Egypt for 2 nations. So now Moses is in Phoenicia. And he said, brother, remember when I was going to Phoenicia, when I was in the boat, when I look upon the city, the new treasure city that they are building, and I see my people, and I see your people, my people, are being beat under the taskmasters, and I feel so angry, and I feel so powerless, and I think like, why couldn't I do anything when I had the power? Now that I don't have the power, I want to do something. But I pray, my brother, that the prophecy that you tell me that our people said will become true. I pray one day we can sit down and discuss the prophecy that say one day that God will deliver them with a mighty hand. So now Moses start getting into prophecy. Remember, Aaron was a high priest. his father Amram was a Levite, so they get all the information, and now they are teaching Moses. They say, don't worry, after a period of time, a few years from now, the Messiah is going to deliver us out of Egypt. And he said, I was passing, I saw another place, it reminded me of my mother and stuff like that. He said, Prince Sesostris treats me in every respect as equal, where I still Prince Ramesses of Egypt. He could not show me more kindness and regard. Okay, so when he got there, Prince Sesostris treat him the same way. He treat him with even more respect. Okay, we have now been here once a month, and in that time I have seen much of Tyre, but my continued grief for the death of the beloved queen, my more than mother, renders me quite indifferent to external objects. He said, we've been there for like a month. I visited most part of the Tyre, but because of the death of the beloved queen, which was more than a mother to me, I could not be excited of the joy of seeing the other things over there in Tyre. As the guest of the prince, I have endeavored to interest myself in what concerns him. He is engaged earnestly in preparation of war. So remember, the king of Cyprus was menacing Queen Epithia of Phoenicia. So Sesostris got back now. Moses is there, and then they are making preparation to go kick his ass. The port of Tyre is strung with war galleys, and reviews of troops then take places daily on a plain which is overhung by the mountains range of Lebanon. The grandeur this mountain is which the earliest worship of men was and stuff like that. Say so the galleys, the armies are gathering and stuff like that and things. So since writing the above, I have come to this beautiful city which lies in a lovely valley, watered by two rivers, the Abana and Farfar. What that fertilize and render it indeed the garden of the earth, as it termed. So Moses was in Tyre. Now he left Tyre. He go to another city to do something. Guess what? I travel hither with the prince who has come to take the wife Tamunda. So remember Princess Tamunda? So Sesostris travel over there at this place. He's going to meet Tamunda, and then he's going to marry Tamunda. So when Moses get there, Moses get to the reception and stuff. Guess who he meets in the reception, brothers? Guess who he met there? Guess who's the prince that always go to this prince always go to all kind of party, especially the party that has to do with weddings, banquets. He met the prince. He met Job there. He met the prince of Ooze. You know, Job liked to party, man. Job went to all the parties. He met Job there. He like, yo, this is my dude. This is my guy. I was looking, he was, in the beginning, Moses was writing a book of Job, but he was writing the book because of the story Job was telling. Now he met Job, and then Job met him. Job said, what are you doing here, man, Moses? He said, man, I'm an exile and stuff and things like that. I met here the venerable prince of Ooze. He had traveled thus far on his return to his own land, which lies on the border of Chaldea and Sabia. When I inform him, listen this, brothers, this is the Messiah. When I inform him of the present position, it was deeply moved. We have long and interesting conversation together upon the unity of God, which was have deeply absorbed my reflection that I have accepted an invitation to visit him after our return from Cyprus, whether I accompany the prince and his bride. So Job said, okay, now since you know you are a Hebrew, you are my brethren, you are the seed of those great kings, you need to come to me and I will teach you about the Most High. All praises to the Most High. And he accepted. He said, once I came back from the wedding, I'm gonna go straight to you and in the land of Ooze, and I will learn under your mentorship. Having kept this roll of papyrus with me, I now close my epistle here, where I commence writing it with the intelligence of arrival, the happy reception of a new daughter-in-law by the Queen Epifia, and with the announcement that the fleet would sail with 3 days for the Levantine Island Kingdom. Commend me, my brother, with respectful affection to my father Amram, to my honored mother, and my stately sister Miriam. Trust you all in health, safety. I am your brother with profound fraternity. So Moses said, okay, I'm going to, once I come back, I'm going to study. Let me see if I can take this. Okay. All right, letter 2. Let's also take letter 2, brothers. Let's take, we got time. We can take letter 2, letter 3. We're probably going to stop at letter 4. Let's take letter 2. And then he said, say salute to the whole family, my mom, my dad, my sister, and stuff like that. Tell them I would see them, another time. This is another letter 2. This is from Moses to Aaron again. He is in Phoenicia. A year has passed, my brother, since I last wrote to you. In the meanwhile, I have received your very kind epistle. It reached me at Tyre, when I found out it was waiting me on my return from expedition against Cyprus. So now, after a year, brothers, Moses being in Phoenicia, he received a letter from Aaron again. After being there a year, he just came back from Cyprus, from the war and all that. You have probably learned the result of the war, and that Prince Sesostris landed his army, defeated the king of Cyprus in a pitched battle, taking his battalion of chariots, which were armed with scythe, the weapon of the Green Reaper, and destroyed his cavalry. The king implored peace and surrendered his capital. Sesostris, after levying a tribute of 2,000 talents of gold, silver, upon his for 10 years, and demanding a portion of the island on the north for a Phoenician colony, returned triumphant in his country. So they went back from the war. So Sesostris won the war with Moses and all that. Now, because of that, he doesn't swagger jack the whole land. He took the king. He said, now you're going to pay me taxes. Every year you're going to give me 2 talents of silver, and then give me a portion of this land now to just chill. But you can still rule. We take everything that you have. But if you come back here, you do Hish again, we'll come back, we'll kill you. I am now traveling through the whole Syria. From this point, I shall proceed to the province of Ooze. Okay? I desire to know more fully the wisdom of the one God, the Almighty, as taught by the sage of that land. Old man Job. When I saw him in Damascus a year ago, I informed him that I had begun to write an account of the wonderful incident of his life. But when I read to him what I had commenced, afterwards heard his conversation upon the God he worshipped, I perceived that I was a child in ignorance. So Moses said, I told Job that I'm starting to write his life in a book, and then I gave him the letter when I was trying to write his story, because he was telling the story in public. And then when he read it, he worshiped the Lord. And then when I'm talking to him, and I perceived that I didn't know nothing. I was a child. I know very little about this man. In order for me to know everything, I have now to go to him and then get everything over there. And I had entered a task impossible for me to perform by reason of my religious education as an Egyptian. So he said, I could not write the book of Job because all my education was Egyptian. So I need to get the real deal. I need to deprogram first. Okay, Job was Moses' first mentor. Job was Moses' first deprogrammer. All right. My son, he said, thou art not far from the knowledge of the Almighty, and thy soul aspire after the true God. Come with me to my own land, for thou sayest thou art a wanderer, and I will teach thee the knowledge of the Holy One. So Job said, you're not far, my son. You're not far from the Most High. Come to me, and I will teach you the true knowledge of that one God. but you have to come into my land. Since you are a wanderer, you have no country, no man. Come to my land, and I will teach you about the true God. Brothers, this is the Mosai preparing Moses. First, he made Moses into a king. He gave Moses all the knowledge of Egypt, so to speak. And then he raised Moses and stuff. And then he took everything away. And then now he's brought him to Job. And Job is beginning to molded Moses into the knowledge of the God, because Job is the seed of Shem, or he's one of the son of Melchizedek. So he has the knowledge, the priesthood from Melchizedek to Job. Now Job has a part of the priesthood, and it's teaching it to Moses. Then thou mayest write the acts of the invisible to men. Okay. And justify, thou mayest write the acts of invisible to men, and justify him and his way to me, his servant. The gods of Egypt darken knowledge and veil the understanding of those who trust in him, and say, an idol of gold, thou art my God. So he said, once you come to me, you will learn. But then again, you have to reject all the scumbag stuff you learn in Egypt, because the God of Egypt, they blinded the people. They make the people looking at like statue and say, hey, you are my gold. You are my God. You need to reject that and stuff, which Moses never did accept. So in his heart, he did reject. I am now journeying, oh my brother, to sit at the feet of this man of God, whose simple wisdom has enlightened my soul more than all the learning of Egypt. Nay, I would gladly forget all the knowledge I obtained in Egypt, to know and fear the love of the Holy One, the Almighty God of the Prince of Ooze. All praises to the Most High, man. All praises. Moses tell Aaron, listen, brother, I am now going to journey. I'm going to sit at this man of God feet. I am gladly to reject all the knowledge that I ever gained in Egypt, to gain the true knowledge of this God from this Prince of Ooze. Remember, brothers and sisters, all the knowledge the Egyptian has, they were the true knowledge of the Most High. Melchizedek, Abraham taught them, all of them, about the Most High. They had the true knowledge, but the priesthood of Mahan came in with Balaam or Balaam. They swagger jacked everything. They made the people worship the idols, which the other priests keep telling them, don't do this. You are making the all-powerful God so mad, so angry. But Balaam and the others of the priesthood of Mahan, they messed up everything, just like the Catholic and the Christian church. They have a book, they have the Bible, they have all the books. They have the knowledge to teach about the Most High properly. What do? They teach their own truth. They made the people worship Jesus Christ. They made the people worship the Virgin Mary. They taught them their own truth. That's what happened here. It's not like they don't know the real truth about the Most High. Oh, we just as come and backwarded as the Hebrew. We don't know anything too. No, they know. They simply, it's easy not to teach about the Most High. So he's going to learn under Job. What is particularly worthy of note is that his view of the invisible are the same as those which thou taught me were held by the elders among our people. He said, like, the view of Job, the invisible, what is particularly about it is the same view that you were teaching me and the elders when I was over there, when I was about to go. It's the same thing, but he goes so deep, to teach about the Most High. And of the truth of which you so eloquently and feelingly endeavor to convince me on the evening before my departure from Egypt, as we sat by the door of our mother's home under the two palms, dissatisfied with the gods of Egypt and the emptiness and vanity of its worship, and not meeting the wants of men, I turn to any source which I will pour the light into the truth into my soul. We both, brother, are feeling after God. If aptly we have find him, for I have perceived that your own soul is darkening and clouded as well as mine by the dark myth of Egypt, in which we have been educated. But let us both take courage, my noble elder brother. There is light, there is truth, there is knowledge somewhere on earth, And then I go out to the aged prince of Ooze to learn of him, sitting at his feet. And I went to myself all the false and unsatisfied wisdom of Egypt, and meekly said, I am ignorant. Enlighten me. Teach me concerning thy God, for I know that he's the God my soul longs for, whom the nations know not. All praises to the Most High. Moses tell Aaron, he said, Aaron, listen, I understand we both are brothers, we're elder brothers, but we messed up. The stuff that we learn in Egypt, they are all co-opt. I will gladly go to the prince, the man of God, the prince of Ooze, and sit at his feet and say, I am ignorant. I don't know anything. Teach me, master. I want to know this guy because my soul longing for him. This is true meekness and humbleness, brothers. He opened his heart. Moses said, I don't know anything. That's what that is. But when you come to somebody that have the true knowledge of the Most High, you don't say, oh, yeah. I know some of him from Egypt. Even though Moses do. He does know some knowledge of the Most High. But he say, I am ignorant. I don't know anything. Please teach me. That's how you learn, brothers. You don't come very proud and say you know things. You don't know Hish. You think if I find somebody that actually walk with the Most High, I'll tell him I know about the Most High? Oh, hell no, man. Somebody that been through the whole thing. Remember what Job been through, brothers, is what Israel is going through and is going to receive. Job, the persecution of Job, or the trial of Job, is also the trial of Israel or Yasharallah. And we know how things end up for Job. We know how things went up for Job. But he endure, brothers. He endure. Job endure. Endurance. He hold on. We are going to the trial of Job. Every nation go to the trial of Job. Well, 99.99% of them, they give up unto Satan. They revoke, they curse God out. They curse the Most High out. And they adapt to Satan, but we haven't cursed the Father. He did things to us, brothers. He did things to us, but we never curse the name of the Most High. We still hold on like Job. And we know how the story ended up for Job. You know? Y'all, now this is important, brothers. This is very important. We still got time. We think we can take another one. Okay. Your leader spoke of Pharaoh and his cruelty and power. I am prepared to hear that he takes new measures to heap burden upon our people. So Pharaoh Moheris, he's making the Hebrew, he's bringing back the old order. Okay. He's making the Hebrew working harder now. The lake Amensi, which you say is enlarging to an island sea, will destroy thousands of the Hebrews whom you tell me isn't putting to work. For unaccustomed to labor in the water, they must perish miserably. So now, for some reason, Moeris took Lake Amensi. He's now going to build a man-made. He's going to build a man-made lake, a giant lake. So now he took a bunch of Hebrew that has no experience walking in water, and then he's going to build his lake. He's going to build the largest lake known to man, and he did, brothers. And then that's why when you look at that Egypt over there, it's not the same Egypt here. It's not. There's no large lake the way that they put the main lake over there, but there is one here. There's many here, brothers. He's making them building a lake for him. I trust he will suffer you and my father's family to dwell unmolested. Be prepared at my moments to escape should he seek to destroy the prosperity in which the beloved queen left you and those dear to me, my sacred and affection ties of nature. Did you know before the queen died, remember he blessed the family? The queen actually gave Moses' family, the mother, the father, Aaron, Miriam, all of her wealth, everything she ever owned, because she didn't have no kids. Moses was her kids, was her son. So she left the Moses family the whole thing, the whole island, everything, all the money and stuff. Yeah. So now Moses said, well, you guys are living too well. Moher is going to come after you. If he can make my brothers to go walk in that, He's going to come after you. Brothers, it is to show you the Most High do those things when you keep the Most High in faith, when you never give up on the Most High. At the end, brothers, you will have the last laugh. All right, let's see if we can move in. We still have about 40 minutes. Let me see. Give me a second, brothers. All right, let us keep moving. Letter 3. Okay. Let me see. This is Moses to Aaron. Okay. This is another letter. The place, the palace of the Lord Ooze. So now, officially, brothers and sisters, Moses is in the land of Ooze. He's at Job or Job places. He's learning under Job. Job was Moses' first mentor. I have been here now over a year. The venerable prince honors me as a son, and I repay him so far as I can by instructing him in the history of Egypt and other knowledge so far so great his wisdom, he seek even more. So Moses being in the land of Ooze with Job over a year, he said, even though Job pretty much know everything, he's still looking for knowledge. Now he asking Moses for Moses to teach him the history of Egypt while he's learning from the Most High. We showed you, man, you can never learn everything. The more every day something happened, brothers, every day. Now you got 2 jobs to do. You learning from the past, and you got to learn what happened today and what will happen tomorrow. So they are exchanging knowledge now. In astrology, physics, geometry, and all arts, he is deeply learned. Our people don't do this, brothers. We don't do this anymore. We don't learn astrology because this is witchcraft. Remember, a lot of people still thinking astrology is witchcraft. Physics is witchcraft. Geometry. Oh, go in front of one of those brothers and then draw a pyramid. Draw one pyramid with a little eye in it. Oh, you're a Freemason, man. Gang, man. You're a Freemason, man. You know, yeah, you draw a pyramid. So, yeah, this is witchcraft. And all arts, he is deeply learned. But above all, in his knowledge of the Almighty, this man has the mysteries of God in his heart. And to the eyes of this divine piety, the Most High is visible as he is. He hath spoken to me, Lord of heaven, face to face, and he communicates with him as a servant with his Lord. He said, Job have the knowledge of the Most High in his heart. He speak with the Most High face to face. Only a few people does that, brothers, brethren. Adam was the first. You know, the Most High spent thousands of years, he never spoke with anybody, which means like 2-3 days. Some of you spent 2-3 days, you never spoke to anyone of in your family. Face to face, brothers. Abraham did, Enoch did. I'm not quite sure about Melchizedek because there's very limited knowledge about Melchizedek out there. The knowledge they have about Melchizedek, they're all up and down, all around, backward and stuff. They try to confuse you. I'm assuming he did. And Moses, who else did? After that, I believe like the whole New Testament, I don't think any of those fellow ever spoke with the Most High face to face. Or Archie or Aki did. This is a very rare thing, brothers. Even John the Baptist, the greatest of all, so to speak, of the prophets, he never met the Most High face to face. Daniel never did meet the Most High face to face. Moses saw the Most High true form. This is the scariest verse in any book, brothers. The scariest verse in any book. No doubt, beloved brothers and sisters, every single one of you here saw the Most High. You just didn't know him. Every single one of you saw the Most High. If every one of you were in the spiritual realm, and when you come out your mother's portal, the first name you scream is the name of the Most High. If you can tell the name of someone, you met that somebody. You've been with that person. We saw the Most High somewhere in our life. We met someone. We see someone, which was the Most High. We don't know this. As children, well, not children, little babies, sometimes you see them talking to, they are trying to reach to something. They are talking to somebody. I believe my mom always told, my grandma always say that they are talking to the Most High. Let them play with him. And I'm like, there's nobody here. Oh, let's see, what time is it? Oh, 10 o'clock. Let me see. Do I have anything else at 10 o'clock? Nope. Oh, yeah, I have to tell. Once I'm done, I'm going to tell the story again. So we do met the Most High, brothers. He's the one. He said this. He says, I molded you from your mother's belly. I know you even before, we don't remember. That's the thing. We don't remember, but we all meet the Most High, like Job. When I came hither after visiting Baal Figor and other places. Now, Baal Figor or Baal Figor, it's a place, brothers. Okay, they are a place that, just like, again, before people will get very smart here. I visited Las Vegas. I went to Las Vegas. Some of you even live there in Nevada. Some of you live in Las Vegas. That doesn't mean you're a worshiper or you're doing all this kind of bull they have over there. You just live in the city. Some of you live like right there in the heart of the city, next to the strip. You've been there, you walk there, you see things. Okay, that's what Moses say after visiting Baal Figor or Baal Figor. Okay, all right, good. I want anybody to get smart here. All right then. After visiting Baal Figor and other places, he received me with affection and gave me rooms in his palace and servants and place at his table. I found him dwelling in a city he himself had built and reigned the wealthiest, wisest, and yet humblest prince in all the East. He said after he visited those two cities, the prince of Ooze, Job, receive him, give him everything. He will give him prince, servants, and all that. Job built a city, a whole city, brother, for himself. That's how much money the Most High give this. Woo! That's the blessing the Most High give him. The Most High give this man a whole city, man. Can you imagine ruling the whole New York City, man? And you ruled there as the ultimate prince, and he was the humblest prince. The whole city, man. Beautiful. Around it lay the city of Shu, Teman, and Nahamath, the lesser princes, of which, excuse me, of which are his bosom friends. And once a week we meet in his hospitable board. They hang upon the words of his lips and reverence him as a father. Knowledge, man. Because of that, the other cities that are around, such as Shu, Teman, and Nahamath, they got they got prince too. Once a month, they meet with Job, they get knowledge from him. He also possessed vast herds of cattle and oxen, which cover his plain. 14,000 sheep are on his mountains, 6,000 camels, and stores of silver and gold. He had 7 sons who are princes, as many provinces, and 3 daughters, the youngest of whom, Karen Hapuk, is married to the Lord of Midian. For with the prince of Ooze 3 years ago traveled down into Egypt. Man, Job like to go to wedding, man. Job like to go to wedding, yo. Oh man. 3 years ago, Ooze 3 years ago traveled down in Egypt with a large caravan of his merchant. He passed through Midian, having his daughter and company, who being comely in person, was admired by the prince of the land, and by him asking in marriage of her father. Of the 2 daughters, who remain no women in all the land are found so fair. Such is the prosperity and power of the mighty and wise prince. So he said here, Job, okay, who told you? Job could be Mensi Monsa. Job could be Mensi Monsa. We don't know. He could be one of those wise princes that the Heavenly Father blessed. He could be. We don't know. All we know, brothers, they are saying that all the Mensi Monsa stuff happened over there in Africa and Mali and stuff like that. Those things happen in the 4-4, man. It happened here, man. Yeah, it could be Job, you know? It could be. So now, brothers, because of all this, he said Job actually he was going to Egypt with his daughter and a bunch of caravan, a bunch of stuff. So and he had 3 daughters. One of the daughter was so beautiful, and the prince of Midian saw her and asked her in marriage. So Job gave her to hand and then stuff like that. And then the 2 daughters, they are the most beautiful princess in the whole land. And Job has like 14,000 sheep, 16,000 camel, a bunch of money and stuff. And that's how blessed this man was. And he got all of it in righteousness, okay? You know, he got all of this in righteousness. Now, at least, my dear mother, okay, my dear brother, I used to say mother all the time. Now, at least, my dear brother, I have written the book of the life of this venerable man. Now, it is confirmed that Moses wrote the book of Job. Job wrote the book of Genesis. All right? Moses wrote the book of Genesis. Job was the one who told Moses about the book of Genesis. Moses didn't know that. You see how beautiful that is? Well, you know, Melchizedek probably would, then they give it to Job, Job give it to Moses. We don't care. Whatever, that's what that is. Now, at least, my dear brother, I have written the book of the life of this venerable man, not as that began in Egypt with imperfect ideas of the God of heaven, whose servant he is, but from his own lips I received the narrative which I enclose to you. So he wrote the book of Job from Job own mouth, from the horse's mouth. When you have read it, you will arrive at the knowledge of the Almighty, whose name and glory and being and goodness and justice and love are recognized him every page. As you read, reflect that the God of the Prince of Ooze is also my God and the God worshipped by our fathers. So he sent a copy to Aaron. He said the God that Job worshiped is the God that our forefathers and you and I are worshiping, a true living God. When they were in Syria away, O Aaron, with all the gods of Egypt, they are brazen and golden lies. Or the myth of Osiris and Isis is an invention of the priests. That's what he knows. So Job, he said the myth. Hey, Jeremiah. Oh, shish. Feel this. Whoa, that thing had water in it. All right, throw this away and then I'll fill it with cold water. All right. He said the priesthood of Mahan inventing the story of Osiris and Isis. And you see our scumbag brothers and sisters in the Egyptology Kemet community, those Osatas and Sansun Setis, fellow, okay? They are the one that say, oh, Osiris and Isis and stuff like that. Yo, those things are invented, man. Those are people that swagger jack and then this stuff. Balaam and all those priesthood of Mahan, the same thing they did to the Catholic Church, the Christian Church. This is the same thing they did back then, brothers. Nothing different. He said the priests invented these stories, man. None of this bull happened. Osiris, her brother died. She grabbed the bones and then bring him back and then have children with him, go on that side. And have children with him and all this scumbag stuff. Thank you, boyo. All right? Oh, boy. Good. Yeah. Nothing new. The whole system of their mythology is hostile to true religion, and the adorers of idols are the worshippers of Satan. That's the first time Moses ever heard this name, Satan. Why? Because Job met with Satan face to face, just like he met with the Most High. And he know both of their names. For this is the name of that spirit of evil, antagonistic to the true God, hitherto represent as under the title of Typhon. Okay? So Typhon, he's a bad god, the Egyptian god, and Typhon is also Satan. He knows him. Job knows his name, Satan, or Satan, as the proper way to pronounce it. Excuse me. I would take a score of papyri for me to convey to you the course of divine and sage instruction by which I arrived that at a clear, luminous, and just notion of the Lord of God of heaven and earth, which I now behold, the possession of which fills my soul, which repose my intellect with satisfaction, my heart with joy and peace and love to the God of men. With this certain knowledge of the Almighty has entered into my soul, it is apprehension of his omnipresence, his truth, holiness, majesty, and benevolence, and a conscience that had received this divine spirit. His last and his were the witness vouched as himself to me. By the light of his new spirit within me, I behold his glory and recognize that he is my God, my creator, my benefactor, and lawgiver. That's it. Moses, without even know, Moses is like the Most High is going to give him the law. He said, if this God that the Prince of Ooze is worship, and the Most High, Job told him, Job said, the Most High have rules, Negro. He had guidance. You don't just go, oh, I'm worshiping this Most High, and then you go eating all kind of food, you sleep whoever you want, and you do all kind of scumbag. He has rules and protocols, man. Get ready. He's going to give you the rules and protocols. I feel that in him I live, move, and have my being. And that besides him, there is no God. All praises to the Most High. The realization of this majestic truth, oh my brother, is a source to me to the profoundest happiness. Before they are like the darkness cloud of the myth of Egypt, dissolve and fade away forever. He said, all the scumbag knowledge of Egypt is gone now. I'm good. I love what I'm learning from this man. When I speak of him, I find new language rise in my lips. When I write of him, my words seems to clothe themselves with sublimity and majesty. All praises, that's true. Henceforth, like the holy Prince of Ooze, I am a worshiper. I am a worshiper of one God, whose name is the Almighty and the Holy One. Moses said, when I'm talking to this God, when I'm worshiping this God, I'm saying a bunch of stuff that are sublime. I never know those things. That's how the Most High teach you. When you're talking, when you're writing things about the Most High, your pen start writing by its own self. You don't know what you just read. Yeah, what the hell? What is this? Huh? He said this, you brothers. To Sesostris, I have written these great things, and to you, and also I will send a treatise that you may without obscurity behold his unity of God. They were known to our fathers, the God of Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob before the false worship of Egypt co-opt our hereditary faith with the knowledge, O Aaron, our people, even in bondage, are superior to Pharaoh and his throne. All right, we stop at number 4. Okay, this is him writing to his sister Miriam. So we will begin tomorrow at number 4. So we stop. All right, all praises to the Most High. Okay, all praises to the Most High. He said, this God, our forefather used to worship, the God of Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob, even in bondage. Aaron, our knowledge is superior to the Egyptian. Brethren, he also, everything that he learned from the Prince of Ooze, from Job, he sent it to Sesostris. Okay, now you got Aaron, you got Moses, you got Sesostris, you got Job, you got 4 dudes worshiping the same God, and they are sharing knowledge. Okay. Remember what they are calling Sesostris is what you're calling a Gentiles, but he's a Shemite, one of the brethren, one of the son of Abraham, or one of the son of even Job considering a Gentile because Job wasn't an Israelite. In that term, he was a Shemite. Okay, understand this, brothers. The Most High will bless whoever He needs to bless, whoever He wants to bless. I mean, He blessed Esau with the sword and everything. Hey, yeah. Whoever said water has no energy in it can shove a living snake up his. All right. Yes, brothers, we stop here. We could go on, but we are going to give you the little time for to talk with the family and show you how the Most High took Moses, brethren, put Moses over there, and raised Moses as a prince, teach him all the knowledge and stuff. And you understand, but when you read this, finish reading this book, and you're like, wow, the Most High is grand. The Most High is big. The Most High is super smart. All right. Good, good. Yes, brothers. Yes, brethren. Yes, the Most High is really amazing. You see how he allowed those people to tap in some of his power. And that's why I laugh at those people saying Bill Gates is so powerful, he's so smart, he's going to reduce the world population. Get the hell out of here. He's going to renew. This guy is so powerful, he's going to renew he's going to reduce the world population to 500 million, and then he's going to crash the economy, and then after that he's going to go on top again. Where they do that at? Who does this? Who's on top making all those billions and millions and trillions, and then crash it, and then kill most of the people, and then reduce the world to 500 million? That's a power of a god right there. That's how you know how 7 billion people on this planet, so to speak. You kill 6.5 billion. That's a power. This guy is more powerful than the Most High. You reduce the population of this earth by 500 million people. Wow, how great is this God? This scumbag, man. Keep giving credit to those dudes over there. They are stacking up gold and silver. They are stacking up those things for us. You know, instead of giving the Most High credit, they will give it to Anunnaki, some alien lizard they're coming out of some space. The Anunnaki created men and women. Blasphemy, man. Where'd you get this? Well, ancient Babylonian tablet, ancient Sumerian tablet that Zechariah stitched and wrote, and it's the truth. There's it goes and stuff. What? So you mean to tell me all those things, the earth, first of all, those scumbag gods, what you're calling Anunnaki, came here. They already find the earth, and then they wanted to get the gold out of there, and then they created men. So you mean to tell me those super the alien scumbags, they have the power to create men? They don't have the power to the power alchemy to just touch rocks and turn them into gold to repair the atmosphere of their own planet? Stop dabbling with those garbage, man. Tell you about this. I was the chief of those things. I did when I was reading those things. I was very curious. And then when I start seeing that they are saying those guys going to do this, going to do that, and then he didn't code with my spirit, I'm like, I don't want to this garbage, man. Little alien out there controlling government, with government stuff. No, man, don't stop taking the credit from the Most High. The Most High is doing all this, man. Yeah, brother. Just like everybody else here, we were big conspiracy theorists. We were into that conspiracy, focus, and not giving the Most High credit. Now, I'm not, brothers. I'm no. I'm probably the worst of those guys. The father, slapped me upside down upside my head and said, "Shut that! What I did this." And I stopped giving those people credit. And I showed you which one of you, brothers, which one of you saw my video, and I showed you one of my cousin who shot and killed his ex-girlfriend and his sister, and then he go hide in Haiti. Which one of you saw that video? Jean Janvier, aka Ricano. Okay. All right. For those people that saw this video, I'll show you, man. Yeah, I got scumbag in my family, man. This dude, and again, brothers, this guy is the meekest, the humblest, most quiet person you ever know. Yeah, he was a Christian fellow. He was a huge Christian. And he said, brothers, he told us the truth. He said, I don't know what happened. All I'm seeing, I was in an argument with her, and then I saw their head blown off and blood in my hand. And I freaked out. And then I run back I run back to home. And we, the whole family, we understand what happened to him. We understand that truthfully, brother, he didn't do this. It wasn't him. Something used his body and the gun to do this. But his mother, she's known as a wicked woman. Their family know are very wicked. We don't click together like that. They are very wicked people. I'm talking about wicked, like wicked, like not people that lie and stuff. People that see you have something, they want it, they take it, and they make sure you're never gonna come back and claim what they took from you. They were wicked people. Okay. No, yeah, man. I have very bad people in the family, man. We know like far off cousin, even if a far off cousin, but he's your freaking cousin. Okay, he did this and then go hide. When the people saw him came in, and then the people look at him and say, "What are you doing here?" And then he's like, "I'm just chilling, just for a vacation." And they're like, "Okay," but one of the reason they know who his mother was, they really don't want to question him too much. You know, they really they really want to they they really don't want to question him because they know who his parent was. He spent 6 years down there, and then his own people took him, brothers, and then gave him away and took the money. Yeah, so yeah, our people, man, and don't think I'm all that fresh and clean and stuff. Nah, the most I opened my eyes. He told me stop talking about scumbag stuff. Come on unto him. Stop giving the credit to men. Men don't control this. Men don't create stuff. He let them tap in certain things. That's why right now they are coming clean, brothers. They are coming clean. That scumbag Elon Musk is coming clean now about that whole mission to Mars now. Like, oh, okay, well, by 2021, you guys were supposed to be on Mars. He said like before, like somewhere, he said even before 2021 got here, he was gonna be on Mars. He said somewhere around 2020 they were going to be on the moon. Till now, you guys not back on the moon. You guys not on Mars. So they are coming clean. Like you say, you're most likely going to die when you're gonna go to Mars. You're going to be you're going to get like you're sick and stuff. You most likely, if the Martian stuff don't kill you, the voyage over there will kill you. Yeah. No, those people are not going anywhere, man. You ain't gonna go anywhere and then go escape going to Mars. What the hell you gonna do there? You people not going. You can't pass the firmament, man. The firmament is the strongest, strongest. I would say not metal, but strongest element. You cannot penetrate this. That's the strongest element on earth, the firmament. You cannot penetrate this. You cannot go there. What the hell you gonna go? You ain't gonna go nowhere, Negro. Oh yes, the ley line is like you won't go nowhere, man. We got the knowledge now. We understand. We don't believe your garbages and stuff like that. Yeah, you guys barely can go above the cloud. You barely can go there. Yeah, that thing is the clearest, the strongest material ever known to men. You cannot piercing it, and they shoot all kind of missile in there. They shoot all kind of stuff. They cannot pierce it. You cannot go there. Most I say, I'll put the firmament in there, and then what the hell you're gonna get the hell out of here, man. Yeah, your little missile and so you can't do none of that. You can't go anywhere. You're gonna stay here. The Most High made you from the clay of the earth. That means you're bounded with to the earth. Yeah, you guys can go anywhere. You guys claim like you're in Antarctica or Arctic all the time. You barely can go there. There's a limit you can go there, and there are people there that told you put the warning you can't go there. They made it clear. When the Mosai closed it, he put guardian there to guard it. The flaming sword. Think you can't go nowhere there, man. You people don't want to tell the truth, but you can't go there. You know? Yeah, you people, if you people will know to go there and stuff, and then you could have actually go inside, in the other realm. You guys would have already went there. All the big elite, the other guys would have already go there, and then wait out until everything is done. No, you scumbag going to stay here, just like in India, brothers. If you're watching in India, what they are doing right now, there's a hospital, there's a hotel, a big ass hotel. It's only for the rich, for the judges, and then the super rich are renting private jet and they are bailing out. They are bailing out, brothers. They are bailing out. For some odd reason, brothers, today, and I was like doing some research about India and stuff. And then those people are very proud. They like to brag. Our India is going to be world superpower by 2025, 4 years from now. Everybody want our blessing. The Chinese say they have it. They can't. You can't. A lot of people, the Chinese are so strong. They start, no, they're not. To actually have the blessing, brothers, you need the Israelites under your thumb. Not only you need them there under your thumb, you need to be under one of the chosen land. And you have to get them there on that land and have them work for you. That's how the blessing work. That's why nobody can ever surpass the US and all the country that enslave us. Because we are the one that work and make the blessing for them. You cannot get the next blessing that's going to be there forever is ours. There'll be no Chinese going to stuff and things like that. None of this garbage, man. Yeah. The so-called Chinese, man, they are killing a bunch of African and eating their penises, and the Arabs too. It's a delicacy to them. How the hell you people going to rule the world? You guys are eating wing, man. I see a video of those guys cooking African penises, black men penises. They're cutting their penises. The one that are dead, they cut their penises and then eat it. You know, it's a delicacy. And then you people over there are having internet censorship. How are you going to rule the world when you don't want to? You don't want the world to see what you are doing. You don't want the world to see. Chinese history and culture are very hard to access, man. Yeah. Yeah, there are videos out there. I just don't want to go ahead and send it to people because it will disturb your peace. They're horrible people, man. Yeah, they believe if the man eat the black man penis, well, your penis going to at least get 1 centimeter, at least 1 millimeter one. At least add like that little 1 millimeter on it. Not even 1 inch though. Yeah, I am well aware of that. Queen of Zulu die. You know, she died. Her husband died, and then she came in. She died, and I'm pretty sure wherever they're going to put, they're going to die. The Messiah say that's enough. He's taking all the king, queen, and stuff, all the other people. Again, brothers, a lot of those people look like us. They do all kind of dances and stuff, but a lot of them are not our people. Okay, the Messiah say no more king and queens, man. He's going to take all of them down. All right. Yes, brothers. Those people are sick. You know, everybody want, 2025, India gonna be the superpower. No, China gonna be superpower. No, this is going to be superpower. No, and as if we're going to stand there and then doing nothing. Everybody want our blessing. All those people, brothers, they had the blessing. They had the blessing, man. Every nation on this earth had the blessing. The seed of Japheth and Ham, all of them had the blessing. Some of the Shemites have the blessing. No, this is our time, baby. And our time is here and forever. We just have to wait on the Messiah, keep on doing what we are doing. Okay, fast, pray, repent, repeat, do our little stuff. Now, a little revision and recap. Today we say the prayer of Azariah, which was the 30th. Tomorrow will be the first. We will say the prayer of Manasseh to open the month. The prayer of Manasseh, brothers. Maybe. Oh, mom, mom. The 10th, I'm probably not going to be here. The 10th, all right. So tomorrow we're going to say the prayer of Manasseh. If you don't know it, it's in the Apocrypha, and also we have a link in all of the videos. You can download the prayer and say it, and then we are going to, and then we are going to, here we go, and then we are going to pray. Okay, so brothers, sisters, brethren, for those of you who just got here, 244, and something happened in the land of Ish. 44 of them. The Most High took 44 of them. Again, I'm not going to make a video about that. In fact, I'm not going to make a video unless the Most High move us, brothers. Now we learn quite a few in our book the Most High gave us. So I will ask the nation, brothers, to keep on praying. Okay. Thank you for everybody that supported us. Thank you for everybody that come here. Thank you for everybody that sent your very kind mail in the PO box. The information is in uh the the description. Thank you for everybody that support the treasure chest. We are able to purchase a lot of things, and there are big things in the making. Okay, the entire nation, brothers, we are moving forward. Again, beloved brothers, if you don't see me during this absence, if you never see me again, brothers, just keep on moving. That's nothing going to happen to me. It's just me saying stuff like that. So brethren, keep on moving, keep on pushing, keep on praying every 12 o'clock Eastern time, or wherever you can pray, brothers. Pray to the Most High. Make supplication, give him glory, give him praises. Okay, give the Most High all the glory, all these majesty. He has the dominion over all the earth, the heavens, and everything in them. Keep on going, brothers. And I will see you tomorrow, Saturday. Is tomorrow Saturday? Okay, tomorrow we'll be calling. All right. Tomorrow we'll have a little time with the family. Tomorrow we'll be calling. We'll just call tomorrow, and then anybody you want the nation to know something, anything, call us, and then we will just hang out tomorrow and probably Sunday. But tomorrow, Saturday, we will hang out. All right, brothers and sisters, Jews and Gentiles alike. Please put the phone number in there, so the people can lock it on if they wish to call and talk. Okay. By the power of the Most High vested in me, and he can take it anytime he felt like. I'm leaving all of you in peace. Be at peace, brothers and sisters. May the Most High reign forever. I see you tomorrow, and we can talk. Shalom.